Welcome to the More Time, More Money and More Wealth mini podcast for business owners, brought to you by Wow Advisors Group. This podcast is dedicated to business owners who would like to work smarter and not harder, earn significantly more income and create astonishing wealth. Now, let me introduce you to our host today, Hitesh Mohanlal.
Hello and welcome to Wow Advisors podcast number 11. As you know, Wow Advisors podcast is all about working less, earning more and creating unbelievable wealth. Today I would like to concentrate on the more money part. How do you generate more income from your business, okay? And one of the biggest issues we have with businesses that we advise is the team. Okay, and often we're told team's not quite performing, it's not to the best ability. Nothing. Do we go for skills? Do we go for attitude? Do we go for confidence? What is it that we need to install in our team to make it function in the most effective way? So there's a number of trails of thought as to what we go for. Skills. Well, if you have certain skills, then you're going to be able to utilize that person in achieving what you want them to achieve. Some people have just great attitude. Okay, they're really enthusiastic. They really want to get there. They really want to do things. Okay, and they're one of the first to come up when opportunities are arising. Then you've got the confidence ones, right? The ones who are very confident about what they do. Now, I'm going to go back and give you an example of a team that I follow. So I follow the English Premier League, which is a football league, okay? And there is a team there called Manchester United. I've been a supporter for many, many years. But since around about 2011, 12, 13, although they dominated their leagues for about a couple of decades, they kind of fell off once their manager left. And over the years they've chopped and changed managers and they've never really been quite successful. And about 3 weeks ago they sacked their latest manager and got someone who knew the club very well, who trained with the club, played with the club about 10 years ago. And they've installed him in as a manager. And all of a sudden the team has shifted from struggling to actually performing better than anybody had expected. And the question then is, you've got the same personnel, the same team members. How does that work? How does it go from all of a sudden a non-performing team to a performing team? Okay, and let's go back to skills. So that team hasn't all of a sudden become exceptionally skillful in 2 weeks. Those skills had always been with that team, and what they've done is they've kept the same. The skills are still the same. Nothing's changed. Okay, so just because you have a team member who is extremely skillful in the job that they do not assume that they're going to work to the best of their abilities. It's the environment around them, and it's what's happening around them that is going to determine whether they use those skills correctly or appropriately. All right. So skills, yes, absolutely. There are certain jobs where you have to have the skills for them to do what they're doing. Other ones where you don't. The skill factor is necessary, but you can teach them, and you can coerce and get them to teach other people those same skills too. So skills are important, but they may not be as important as we think they are when it comes to actually getting a job done. Okay. The next one. Attitude. Okay, so what has happened in this football team over the last couple of weeks is he hasn't tweaked that much. The new manager's come in and he's tweaked a couple of things. He's taken one person out, put a younger guy in, all right, and he's changed the system a little bit. He's changed what I would call people on the bus and where they sit. Okay, so we've all heard the term, have we got the right people in the bus, right? Okay, but we also need the right people in the right seats. Okay, so there's no point having someone trying to drive the bus who's not a bus driver. okay, never going to really work. So we've got to have the right people in the right places. And all this manager's done is he's tweaked the system and he's put different people in different slots and they fitted in quite nicely. Okay, and then what happens is when you've got players or your team in the right seats, their attitude changes. Okay, because they feel more comfortable in the seat that they're sitting in and they feel that it's balanced. Okay, the previous team always felt a little bit unbalanced. This new team seems balanced. So when you've got the right people with the right skills in the right spot, that's when your attitude changes in your team. Okay, and then finally, confidence. Okay, I believe that if you have a team member who does not have skills, has the right attitude, okay, and the attitude should be, I'm quite happy where I am and I'm willing to learn and grow, okay, then you come to confidence, because you'll get some certain team members who are have the skills, who are in the right place, but they're not totally confident. So what you've got to do is you've got to build their confidence levels and build on that fact that they can believe in themselves, okay? Because as soon as they believe in themselves, they become superstars, all right? And what's happened in this team, in this football team, is they've got skills, always had the skills, their attitude has changed slightly, and now you can see that their confidence level has dramatically increased, especially since they've won the last couple of games too. So what happens is their confidence is gone, and you can see it in their body language. You can see it in the words that they're using. You can see it in how they're training. You can see it in how they're playing. So what you need to do is you need to look at your team and say, are you confident enough to take this to the next level? Okay, so if you go back and say which one of these are all important skills, yes, important, but they can be, if they don't have have the right attitude and they don't have the confidence, the skills are going to be useless to you. Okay, all right. Get someone who's got attitude but no skills. Well, that doesn't necessarily work. Okay, so you've got to get the right balance. But what I will tell you is you can teach skills to anybody. What you can't teach is attitude. You cannot teach someone the attitude. They've either got it or they haven't got it. If they haven't got it, they're the wrong person on your bus. You've got to get rid of them. So right attitude, right skills, then you build the confidence. Okay, and as soon as you build confidence, that's when they start feeling that they can do something quite amazing in your business. All right, I hope that was useful. Thank you very much. Have a great day.